Got a bad accident, a car accident, right away, Officer May.
What's that I smell?
I'm Spencer Russell. I'm a senior at Westlake High School. I was the driver of the car that was struck by the drunk driver. During the actual event, I was sort of slouched over the steering wheel, so I didn't actually get to see what was going on. Around the moment where they started cutting into the car, it sort of started to feel a little more real than I hoped it would, because I couldn't see what was happening, so I could only imagine what was happening to my friends in the car.
I'm Danielle Sherman. I'm a senior at Westlake High School. I was in the second car in the front seat, and I was the fatality. Well, it is kind of bothering knowing that somebody could take your life like that, and I would be missing out my birthday and prom and graduation and just going off to school because of somebody's selfish actions.
My name is Jacob Garcia. I'm 11th grade and I go to St. Charles. I was the drunk driver. So it was really eye-opening, looking over in the passenger side and seeing a friend of mine unconscious, looking right ahead and seeing a body strewn across the hood of the other car. It was really eye-opening. It was pretty scary.
I'm Leah Kelly. I go to St. Charles and I'm in the 11th grade. I was the passenger of the drunk driver. It was very kind of surreal, and it didn't feel real because it was just, I was laying there. But once the alarms went off and there was firefighters coming in, I was just like, wow, this is actually happening. And I was just in complete shock.
Troy Thorns, I go to Westlake High School. I was a drunk driver.
You made a bad mistake today. Probably
Scary, and it made me feel bad because I injured my girlfriend, and I never will ever hurt her. So me hurting her was kind of like sad for her. So that's why I didn't like it.
My name is Kylie Elegans, and I go to Westlake High School. I was the passenger in the drunk driving car. It made me feel real sad and upset because it's my boyfriend that was the drunk driver in the scene. So it was weird seeing him go off in handcuffs and then having to be taken away in the ambulance and everything like that. So yeah, I didn't like it.
My name is Lania Crowder. I go to St. Charles High School and I'm in 11th grade. I was fatality, the one that died. I think it was a shock how serious it could be, not having that person in your life no more.
My name is Emily Archilla. I'm from Westlake High School and I'm in 11th grade. I was in the back seat of the non-drunk driver. It was really nerve-wracking seeing someone in front of you die and then the other one is unconscious. It was so unreal.
When the firefighters came and they were cutting the door open, all that glass and that noise, it was like, oh my gosh, what are they gonna do to me? Like, what's next? I wasn't prepared. And then they placed me on a gurney and I was strapped so tightly, I could not move anything. And I wanted to jump out and scream and tell my friends, I'm okay, it's okay. And once I was put in the ambulance, I was away and I couldn't say anything. It was terrifying.
They took me out of the car, did a field sobriety test, and then when they realized that I was not sober, they put the cuffs on me and put me in the police car.
I had to stand on one foot and like count until he told me to stop. And then that's when he took me off of handcuffs and put me inside a police car.
I could see everyone getting put in the ambulance and then the fatality being put in the hearse. It felt really real. It was really powerful.
And then they took me to the jail, and I was still in handcuffs, so the ride there was uncomfortable. And then I had to go in the back and I had to do my fingerprints, and then they took my mug shots. And then they took me around back and made me like really sit in the cell, and they told me like what the bathroom would be like if I was really in jail.
They fingerprinted me, and they took my mugshot, and then they put me in the cell. So had me think about this could happen, you know, if you're gonna make the same mistakes that what I was portraying happened, you know.
The courthouse was probably the most realist thing I was experiencing. I was like, because I could actually see it. I wasn't closing my eyes.
It was really, again, it was crazy how real it felt. You know, I was there in the jumpsuit and so behind my back still in the handcuffs, and first of all watching the DA and the lawyer, you know, legal jargon it out, you know, this is why he should go to jail, this is why he isn't, and then it was just very real. It was scary, it was eye-opening.
And the way that the officers like handling me, they was like really treat me like an inmate, like controlling me. I don't really like being controlled. And they was like bossing me around when I was in the back room, putting on my jumpsuit and stuff like that to go out there. And then I saw my girlfriend. She looked really sad.
I didn't like it, especially not at the court case either, saying that he would go away for 10 years.
Mr. Sheriff, he said you are care and custody for the next 10 years.
It was actually kind of really emotional in a way, because you actually pictured it as that could really happen. Like, he would just be taken away for 10 years, and then he would get out when he was like 27. So it was just, I didn't like that either.
It made me feel good that the way the attorney represented me, he said everything. If I was alive, I would say, you know, he represented well, and the points he pointed out, how you took someone else's life and, you know, what they had going for themselves. And
she's not gonna be graduating from college. She's not going to be owning her own business. She's not going to be looking forward to perhaps getting married. She's not going to be looking forward to having kids, having them go to high school. She's not going to be going to her 5th year reunion, her 10th year reunion, her 15th year reunion. She's not going to be doing any of that. When you take somebody's life, you take away everything they are and everything they ever will be.
you still get to live, but this person is no longer here, so I just think he did a good job with that. I was glad that, you know, attorneys try to speak up for the victim of accident.
All rise. Be seated, please.
He made me feel terrible because the way he was like saying that how I took somebody else's life and basically saying that I'm irresponsible and immature. That I took somebody else's life and I should be sentenced to 10 years. Made me feel like I was nothing no more. Everything was taken from me.
I felt like if that was actually, like that was a real situation that I was in, that I'd probably be very angry thinking, because I'd probably feel the same way, that it was just one mistake. But looking from the outside, I'm like, it's a fair, you know, the drunk driver took away someone's life. They have a lot more than 10 years of their life gone. They had the rest of it.
It was shocking. It was terrifying. Like, my friend is gonna go to jail. That's weird. Who would think that? That's just not something you think every day. And when it does, it's like, wow, what the heck?
Well, my one friend, her name's Courtney, she said it made her sad, like she was about to cry, because she was thinking about what if that was her in the car, and that could happen in real life.
My group of friends really supports each other unless really bad decisions are involved. And this being so out of control because it depends on the responsibility of other people, it would just be devastating.
Me and my friends are really close, like we all treat each other like family, so I know they'd probably be devastated. Especially because we're always there for one another. So then if you're missing a friend that's always there for you, kind of like lost.
They read an obituary about them saying they're actually gone.
Maybe before the event, just seeing people in ghost makeup might not have come across right away. It was just an event where you could try to trick your friends into talking when they're supposed to be silent. But then once the reality sunk in with the car crash and you learn that these people are supposed to be the ones who die every 15 minutes, knowing that they could be your friends.
You don't really realize until you see like a dead person like across from you, like how dangerous it is.
Everyone's told that you shouldn't drink and drive. Everyone's told you shouldn't text while driving. You don't know the extent of damage that can be caused until it's right in front of you.
Be a leader, because a lot of teenagers drink and drive. I don't want them to follow behind their friends and think that they can do it and then just actually happen to one of them.
Actually seeing it and being in it, like, it throws you off kind of, because it's like hearing about it, like, oh, you know it's bad, but actually being, like, actually participating in it, it hits you somewhere else. Like, it's just...
Don't do it. It's just not worth it. It doesn't make you a better person, and it's a stupid thing to do.
It doesn't even have to be you that was drunk driving. It could be somebody else, and it's just like another way to really, you know, show what could happen.